Welcome back to Legendary Metal Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today we are finally doing our series wrap-up for DBP73 Narcoleptic Strata. This project was led by 40 Ounce, and it was released at the beginning of June 2025. This is a 14-map set from various map makers across Doomer boards. Each map is now receive a grade from F to S. And at the end, the entire series as a whole will get a cumulative grade, so you know if you should try it out for yourselves. Now let's begin with Map 1, Glowstool Bog, by 40 Ounce himself. This map is absolutely beautiful, especially if you're using ports that have dynamic lighting. Very casual on combat, with only the red skull key defined in this map and two secrets that are right on top of each other. This gives you a perfect idea of the assets you're going to see throughout DBP73 as a whole, and is a fairly good map 1 as far as difficulty being accessible to just about any style player. The only issue I have with this map is just knowing how the series ends. The final 4 maps of DBP73 are absolutely brutal difficulty-wise, and this map doesn't really give a good idea of just how difficult things are going to get. So that's the only real criticism I have to this. Otherwise, it is easy, it is fun, easy C ranking. A perfect middle of the road to get the series started. Next up, we have Map 2, Zine by Noxon. And what can I say? This map is not only beautiful, it is amazingly paced. You can literally string the first 4 secrets of the map together, one right after the other, so that you are an absolute powerhouse going into the tougher parts of this map. It has vistas, it has waterfalls. As you can see, it's even got itself its own tomb maze for you to work out. Noxon really puts some spectacular mapping ideas on display here. As you can see, we can trigger traps on ourselves, and once you get the 4 secrets at the beginning, you really don't have to worry about finding anything else and can more focus on the tricks and traps that await within. As you dive deep into the tomb to uncover the sacred and essential super shotgun to continue our journey. This map is absolutely outstanding. Easy, easy A ranking. Map 3, Deep Blue Desolation by Killer Rat. My gosh, this map is non-stop insanity. From, as you see, the very start of the map. Run like your hair is on fire to get any weapons, any ammo, any valuables you can. Because as you see, the first room fills up lightning quick. Otherwise, it is a race to get the yellow skull key, followed by the red skull key. The map can be a bit on the linear side, but it makes up for that in droves with combat, as well as arenas getting reused as we go throughout. This map is fierce, and it is so much fun. For people that are not used to slaughter-style maps and just like high-paced action in Doom, this is absolutely the map for you. As you can see, we literally get attacked by nearly every monster in the game outside the boss's easy B ranking. Next up, we have Map 4, Enchanted Land by A-Star18. And if you like the music to this one, don't worry, it gets reused a little bit later in the series. But this map is absolutely whimsical. It feels like a complete Doom package, with only one secret to worry about, which was the Berserk you just saw us grab. This map has a little bit of something for everyone. It has slaughter-style ambushes, but in no way is a slaughter map. It has yellow and red keys to obtain, and an absolute treasure trove of things to explore, see, and do. This map is an absolute race of adrenaline wrapped in a beautiful set piece. Cacodemons floating over the gorge, monsters spawning in from nearly every direction. We have outdoor arenas where you get to platform over toxic pits, but luckily the platforms are so big it's actually hard to fall in. And of course, your standard stereotypical meatball, don't worry, he's here too. This map is exactly as it advertises, enchanting, memorable, one of the best of the entire series. There is no other thing I can possibly give this but an A. Next up, we have Map 5 Clarity by Corvus262. Well, is there a way to improve upon the last map? Well, Corvus has absolutely found the full package when it comes to Doom. We have sewers, we have rooms, we have pit traps, we have caves, we even have slaughter-style fights, just like the one you see on screen now. That is completely optional, and that is the thing I love and stress about this map. You do not have to do any of what you see on screen to complete this map. All that is required is the red key, the blue key, and you can exit. You won't get all items, you won't get all kills, but that gives you the flexibility to play it in any style, any pace you're comfortable with. And that just makes this one invaluable and perfectly replayable and memorable. Clarity, absolute masterpiece of Doom mapping S. Next up, we have Map 6 Vanishing Point by Agonis. Boy, oh boy, where do I start with this one? The Archvile trap right off the gate? Or do we deal with the fact that it is literally a tech base in the style of Narcoleptic Strata with hyperspace? Oh my gosh, the back half of this map absolutely reminds you of the simulation maps from Icarus Alien Vanguard, and I absolutely love it. With two very well hidden secrets in this map, there is never a dull moment to be had, as every room has its own identity and its own set of challenges, as we work our way toward the Red Skull Key to reactivate the generators into hyperspace. The biggest kryptonite and challenge we're going to have to overcome in this one is making sure we get all the items. Not only is it hidden in one of the very well hidden secrets, but many health armor bonuses scattered throughout the map means there are plenty of ways that items can be an extra challenge for this map. The only thing I'd really like to see in this map is a few more memorable things to make it stand out from the others, but otherwise this is a very challenging, solid map C. Next up, we have Map 7, Behold the Azure Sea by Walter C. And my gosh, if this isn't one of the coolest maps of the entire series. So, you have to get all three skull keys, blue, red, and yellow. And each of the keys have their own islands that they're stuck on. For instance, the island you see right now is for the blue skull key right there. However, there are also secret islands that you can access. And typically, these secret islands are all accessed by taking the opposite side of the teleporter that you would normally take. As you can see, there'd be normal, there is the back, and now we're on a secret island to get the SSG and the security armor. And another secret island works a similar way later into the level. But it's little quirks like this that really make this outstanding. It is a linear map, but it's a linear map that feels free and fresh. And I will tell you, the final ambush to get the yellow skull key and get the heck out of there in one piece is absolutely hard as nails to get through. We are talking teleporting archviles and revenants and Mancubus. This is where the difficulty truly starts ramping up in the series. So, there is no other honor I can give but a solid A. Outstanding work. Next up is Map 8, the Colossus by 40 Ounce. And my gosh, if this map is remembered for anything else, it is going to be the fight that is on the screen right now. And that is the giant slaughter fight under the giant mushroom. Now, I can tell you this map is a whole lot more than just this fight. There is about a good 10 minutes worth of map that happens before you get here. This is actually what's behind the yellow skull key door, and my gosh, is it a fight to remember. If Narcoleptic Strata could be summed up in one fight, this would probably be it. As waves and waves of imps flood the arena, forcing you to get mobile or get the heck out. Then you've got Hell Knights, you've got Revenants, you've got Mancubus, you've got Pain Elementals, all in the flock as they flood the room quickly, with your rocket launcher being your greatest asset. This map is fun, and it is actually more accessible for people of any difficulty than you might think, because there is a perfect way to cheese this fight. If you saw my specific episode on this level, you would see a way to get through this fight without even being in this room. So, people of any skill level can do it. Absolutely outstanding map, A. Next up, we have Strange Worlds by Matador, and my gosh, the storytelling in this map, as we literally leave our cruiser to go explore this strange new world. A world of imps and demons, a world of chain gunners, shotgun soldiers, Hell Knights, Archviles, Mancubus, Revenants, you name it, it's all here. Everything except for the two boss monsters, because Matador takes no prisoners. This map has it all. Red key, yellow key, blue key all have their own separate sections, but they don't feel like isolated islands like we had in Behold the Azure Sea. Instead, they have their own regions of the map. Everything flows seamlessly together, as you'll experience waterfalls, you'll experience forests to explore through, you'll even get to go through an abandoned mine shaft. This map is absolutely beautiful, it is extremely difficult, but it is extremely fun at the same time, even giving you two different megaspheres to work with, that being one of them. There is not enough praise I can possibly lob on this map. It is absolutely gorgeous, with 4 very well-woven secrets to find. S. Absolute masterpiece. Next up, we have Some Kind of Fungi by the Hawkster. This map has so many neat gimmicks about it. Looking past the epic Final Fantasy VII music, this map actually color coats its two halves. You have a blue half of the map, and you have a red half of the map. And what's neat, as you see we're in the red section now, the enemies are even all red. You've got pinkies, you've got chain gunners, you have Barons of Hell. Literally, he color-coded the sections and he color-coded the monsters, which is absolutely outstanding. The two secrets in this map are extremely well hidden, and he does a really neat trick by reusing battlefields. So, for instance, as you go to clear out one area, like you see right now, to progress as we go toward the Red Skull Key, when you come back from it, this arena is going to flood with completely different monsters, making it a completely new experience every single time. This is amazing combat that's not too difficult, but it's right on the edge of what is soon to be what I consider the insanity levels of DBP73. This is an outstanding job by the Hawkster. Very fun map B. We have now entered what I like to call the Terrible Four. The final 4 maps of this series are absolutely brutal. This is where you can kiss your sanity goodbye, and single segmenting the maps is only recommended for the elites in the series. Map 11, Sacré Bleu, is by Jon Vail, and it is absolutely perfect. You are going to experience an entire village of doom when it comes to this map. From churches, as you can see, underground caverns with stalactites, stalagmites, gemstones everywhere. You'll experience full-on villages, drawbridges that you can raise out of the slime, to underground crypts. This map is the longest of the entire series, and it is chock full of something to do around every corner. But as I mentioned, these final 4 maps are absolutely insane difficulty-wise. So, Jon Vail keeps you well-stocked, well-supplied, but you are going to face some of the toughest ambushes in all of Doom in this map. Use your own discretion as to what is too difficult for you. I would highly recommend turning down the difficulty if you can't at least get to the yellow key without dying. So, easy S ranking. Next up, we have Map 12, A Soft Lake by Kazari. And if you heeded the warning I said in Map 11, you know we are on the extreme end of the series now. There is no easy way to guide people through these maps other than just finding really good routes through them. I would highly recommend clearing out sections of the forest before you move on to the Red Skull Key. The reason being, once you grab the Red Skull Key and monsters start teleporting in all around the lake, it can get so insanely cluttered that you can't even move without dying. But I love that he gives you the freedom and flexibility to tackle this in any way you want. You can literally get the first 2 secrets from the very beginning of the map. You can just run around the lake to the outside and get both secrets literally starting the map with the BFG 9000. But, as I mentioned, I would highly recommend taking this map in sections, in small chunks, because as you see here, I did it just so you can see it. If you get all the monsters stirred up, it is going to be an absolute fracas, with bullets, homing missiles going in every direction, all over the place, archviles everywhere. It's outstanding, fun, brutally hard S. Next up is the penultimate map of the series, Ardent Spirits by Biz. And if you've heeded the warning at this point, you know we are only getting even more difficult. And this that you're going to see on screen is literally just one ambush in the entire map. This map is chock full of ambushes, but it lulls you into a false sense of security, because the very beginning of this map has barely any enemies at all. You're going to be fighting the likes of shotgun soldiers, imps, and if you're lucky, you might see 1 or 2 chain gunners roaming around. It is to make you think you've gone backwards in time, thinking that this entire experience is easy and you got off scot-free. And then you have to go for the Red Skull Key, and this is what you have to deal with on screen. My gosh, this map is fun, and it is insane. I absolutely love it. There's never been a moment where I felt like I didn't have ammo in this map. He does keep you well stocked, and what is also really cool about it is he uses the snail to his advantage. because if you see the snail in this map, it's actually guiding you to secrets or hidden items and weapons that can be very valuable in your journey. So in this one, make sure to keep an eye out for the snail and keep your gun down range, because there is never a moment to breathe once the fighting starts kicking off in this one. Cyber demons, just a daily occurrence in this one, so get ready. Easy, easy. Masterpiece. One of the best of the entire series, hands down. S ranking. Hey, we have a credits map. Narcoleptic Strata. And we have the map makers on the left. We have the testers, the play testers on the right. We're done, right? That's the series? Oh. It looks like 40 Ounce had one more trick up his sleeve. Map 14, Narcoleptic Strata, named after the series itself. And my gosh, 2 invulnerabilities and a megasphere are not enough to help you through this map unscathed. Not by a long shot. This is, in every definition of the word, a slaughter map, and it takes absolutely no prisoners whatsoever. This is literally the second fight, the second big ambush of the entire map, and it's not even the last ambush. You still have one more to go after this one. And this one is literally a race to hit 2 switches to literally flood the first room with Mancubus that you have to go back to just to try and escape through a teleporter. There is absolutely no easy way through this map. The only knock I have against this map is a big one, and I really wish that cave section at the very beginning would have just been eliminated, and after seeing the credits you could have teleported to this room, because you're going to fail a lot in this room, and the trouble is, going through that cave section every single time you fail is an absolute nightmare if you're trying to do it with no saves. It is a beating and an absolute time drain. I would highly recommend anyone save it as soon as you get in this room so you don't have to backtrack. Unfortunately, that lowers it to a C. So, how does the series stack up as a whole? For Glowstool Bog, we had a C. For Jin, we had A. Deep Blue Desolation, we had a B. For Map 4, Enchanted Land was an A. Over to Map 5, Clarity, with our first S of the series. Map 6, Vanishing Point, was a C. Map 7, Behold the Azure CA. Map 8, the Colossus, was an A ranking. Map 9, Strange Worlds, S. Map 10, Some Kind of Fungi, B. Map 11, Sacré, Bleu, S. Map 12, A Soft Lake, S. Map 13, Ardent Spirits, S. And Map 14, Narcoleptic Strata, C. When we put all those rankings together and total everything up, we can say that DBP73 Narcoleptic Strata as a whole gets a ranking of A. Should you play DBP73 Narcoleptic Strata? Absolutely. This is some of the most fun and engaging Doom I have experienced in quite some time. 40 Ounce and his team has done an absolutely outstanding job with this series. Many of these worlds are extremely memorable, with some of the coolest traps and mapping gimmicks that I have seen in Doom in a very long time. And the progression from start to finish is a very good, healthy slope. Like I said, the last 4 maps in this series are brutally difficult to get through, but before reaching there, you had 10 maps to get through, all building you up to being able to take on the challenge. I want to give a huge heartfelt thank you to 40 Ounce, the mapping team, and the playtesters for making this outstanding series. The playlist will now be considered complete, and the download link to try it for yourself will be in the description below. Till then, take care everyone, we'll see you next time.